It's been a while, but thought that I would just pick up the camera and vlog today. So I can guarantee that the last year and a half is not by any means a unique experience to me when I say that it's been insane and a roller coaster, and just so much change has happened, growth has happened, bad times, good times, all of that. And I do want to talk about all of that at some point, but today I just really felt like I wanted to start working that muscle again of just picking up the camera, hitting record, talking to it, editing it, posting it, just building that muscle a little bit more. You know, it's been a year since I filmed an unboxing of a drone, and I think that's the last thing I ever filmed. I haven't shown you with the drone. I've gotten a new camera since then. I've photographed a wedding since then. I've photographed engagements since then. My 30th birthday happened. Oh man, there's literally 100 things that we could probably go over, and I do kind of want to do like a year and a half in review, just because it's been the most transformational year of my entire life. And kind of the whole point of this channel that I wanted was to kind of tell my story, share my experiences, be able to look back on all of this. And I've just not been doing that, and the only reason, and I used to say before that it was like, I want my videos to be perfect, and I'm still learning, and I don't know how to get my videos. It's fear. It's just fear. And that's why I haven't picked up the camera and pressed record and done this. It's just standing in my own way. But today, I thought that we could just literally vlog kind of a standard day. Like, I'm just gonna clean my house and then go sit at a coffee shop and get some work done. And through all of that, I feel like we can do some of the recapping of the last little bit and just catch you up to speed on, you know, what's going on in my life, what I'm doing with my days, and I'm hoping to do a whole lot more of these vlogs. So that's what today is gonna be for me, and yeah, hope follow along. So before we run and get some coffee to get my day started at 1:30, I wanted to talk a little bit about what I was mentioning before. I've been acting as if and saying that I was a photographer and videographer, and I think I even have YouTuber in my Instagram bio. And you know, I think nearly 3 years ago is when I made my first video saying that this is something that I wanted to do, and I've posted like 6 videos, and I hate all of them. They're the cringiest. I was just going to vlog and just post it and just like get going with it again. Going into this, these vlogs, at least in the beginning, are going to be breaking down that barrier of fear, talking less, doing more, not overthinking and calling it perfectionism when really it's just fear of uploading videos. And so these are gonna be, like I said, not very highly produced, I'm not even gonna think. I'm just gonna try and be as natural as I can, try and make it, you know, a well-structured, entertaining video, but on the fly. Like, I'm not gonna overly think, because that's when I don't do anything. Yeah, this last minute or so has been very counterintuitive, with my whole idea now that you don't have to talk about everything all the time or tell everyone all of your plans. But because this is probably going to be the first video to go up in over a year, and before that I think it was almost a year since I had posted a video, I felt an explanation was necessary. It ties in with the advice that I give people close to me when I feel like they're struggling, or if they're wondering how they can build more momentum if they're not totally intrinsically motivated people. So if you are spinning around in your head and there's all these things that you want to do, start by doing one small thing. For me, it's almost always my dishes, because they pile up a little bit. But I do my dishes, and then I'm like, damn, dishes are clean. And I wipe down the counters, and I'm like, damn, kitchen's clean. And then it's like, let's get all my laundry done. And then I get all my laundry done, and I sweep the floors, and I'm like, the idea behind all that is that, you know, an object in motion stays in motion. So like, build momentum to get the energy and the motivation to do the big, exciting things by tackling just a couple of little things. That's what today is gonna be for me. What else is on our to-do list? I think it's in my phone. Phone. What else we're doing today is we're gonna take the dogs for a walk, probably. Film this, probably gonna get all the kitchen clean, do all the laundry, go to the coffee shop, and then it's been really, really rainy, and one of the products that I'm shooting for is designed to protect shoes and stuff in inclement weather, and so if I can find a model, we'll go out and shoot some photos. If not, maybe I'll try my hand at using my self-timer and my new remote that I got. And even if we have to go outside in the parking lot of my apartment, maybe we'll give that a try. That's what today's gonna be. So I think first step is I'm gonna round up these dogs and put them in the car and go get some coffee. Sit, sit. That's hard to do one-handed. Okay, so I'm puppy sitting Nero, which is the smaller one. The big one is Royal, he's mine, and he has a pulling problem when he's on a leash. And so to solve that, we bought this leash, which is like a soft rope, and it's the kind where it goes over his neck, and you twist it, it goes up over his snout, and there's like a little pressure point on a dog's snout that they don't like being pulled on very much. And immediately, he's an absolute angel on this thing. Every once in a while, he gets all kind of weird and tries to wave it off, but even then, it's a lot easier on my arm, and he kind of resolves it himself after about 10 seconds. So this is the new leash that has saved my life. Around his neck. Can I have your snout? Woo! Give me your snout. Hey, give me your snout. Good boy. Gotta put safety on. One dog. Two dogs. All right, let's do this. Got the puppies. I don't know if you can see them. Go pull out, you'll be able to see them. Step one, coffee.
Hello.
How's it going?
Do you want a dog treat?
Definitely. There's two dogs in here, if that's okay. Few things. Battery's dying. Second, I totally panicked and bailed as we were pulling up to the coffee place. I didn't want him looking through the window and seeing the camera and having to explain it. That just made me anxious, so I just covered the camera. The order is a large iced oat milk latte with toffee nut syrup, because I'm basic. It's kind of hit and miss sometimes though, so let's see how it is. Oh God, yeah, that's good. Okay, groceries in the trunk, coffee. Oh God, that's good. Grab some gas, and then back home. 70 bones. Can you believe that? All right, back home. You can probably hear my air conditioning in the background, so if that's super loud and annoying, I'm sorry. But before I get started on everything else, there was one more thing on my mind as I, was too scared to take my camera inside and felt like the momentum of the vlog kind of dying, and I was like, this is about the point where I would normally give up. But there were a couple of things that I wanted to say out loud for myself and anybody else who might need it. As I was talking about the object in motion thing before, specifically around creating stuff, it's similar to when I first got a camera for photography, but was so discouraged by not being a good photographer that you know, I'd go out and I'd take photos and they weren't how I wanted them to be, so I just stopped entirely. And and then I got over that eventually, like a year later, and now I consider myself a pretty good photographer. But when it comes to video, I'm doing the exact same thing. Like, I kind of half start a video. It's way more work. It takes way more time than photo. But because it's not what I imagine the video could be in my head, and because I'm comparing it to everybody else, I just stopped. And so that's what I'm trying to not do. So the process is like, when it comes to creating whatever it is, photos, videos, pottery, painting, whatever your thing is, like, make bad stuff and love that. And then analyze what you did, what you would like to improve differently, put that into the next thing that you make, and you'll slowly get better. And you know, it's likely that you'll never be 100% happy and be like, yeah, I can set away my paintbrushes, or I can never make another video, that was a masterpiece. But it's just crazy to me how long that I've let not being as good as I wanted to be keep me from doing literally anything. I think the point of trying to do more of these vlogs is to build that muscle, hit that wall, break through, and keep going. And then eventually, hopefully, I'll be good at this, because it's something that I enjoy. And while there is a balance of like accepting stuff that you'll never be good at and trying hard, like, I'm never going to be in the NFL, but you know, I could be a good videographer if I put in the effort. That was weird. What I'm saying is, I wanted to remind myself that not every video I put out there has to be the best video I've ever made, or that I'm ever gonna make. But every video I put out there is probably one of the better videos I've ever made up to that point. And you know, so many of these little snippets that I keep in my head, like, you can't make your 100th video if you don't make your 10th. Casey Neistat, when he started daily vlogging, well, it was a little bit after that, but he was commenting on daily vlogging, and he said, I don't have to tell the story of my whole day, but if I can tell one story every day, that's enough for daily vlogging. And so it's kind of counterintuitive to what I'm doing today, which is telling the story of my whole day. But moving forward, if I don't have a very fun day planned or a very busy day planned, I can make a video around one thing, one idea, one topic, one thing I want to talk about, one thing I'm doing that day. And so if you can just make a story, which is beginning, middle, end, rise, climax, fall, like resolution, whatever it is, anything can be put into that format. And I don't need amazing B-roll yet. I don't need amazing transitions yet. I don't need to be skydiving for the vlogs to be useful or have a purpose. And as of right now, they're mostly just for me. And if people enjoy watching them or get invested in my journey or my story, all the better. If this inspires anybody else to do something that they have been wanting to do and constantly talk themselves out of it and constantly self-sabotage, that'd be great too. But those are two things while I was out there literally getting back in the car from the store thinking, this is why I don't do this. Like, I don't feel like this has any direction. I don't feel like this is very interesting. Why would anybody give a shit? Why would anybody be watching this? But that's not what this is about. If this video specifically gets one view and that view is me, fine. But it served its purpose in that I made it and I learned and I posted it and I was vulnerable and all of that. So, few things that were spinning around my head. I'm assuming the air conditioning is really loud, so hopefully you were able to hear that. Okay, now that I've sufficiently vented, I'm going to put away the few groceries that I got and get started on cleaning. So let's see how long that takes. So it's almost 4 now. Let's keep the ball rolling. Let's push through that wall and probably get started on my desk. I have my desk out like where is it? Away from, like, perpendicular to the wall like that, because when I was filming my podcast, this was a much nicer view and allowed for a little bit more depth of field rather than just having the desk flat up against the wall. I just think it's a ton easier to stay focused when my desk isn't staring at a wall. Kind of open, looking into the room, looking out the windows was a lot nicer for me. But also, I think that it actually kind of creates a little office out of a room that's actually just one big room. So that's why I have my desk like that. There is a desk tour coming soon because people on Instagram said they would enjoy it. So that'll be coming up. Two notes to anybody who needs to hear this. Throw away all your electronics boxes. Your laptop, your Xbox, your PlayStation, your camera, your remote. Throw them away. You don't need all those boxes. Your iPhone, throw it out. Don't throw out your iPhone. Throw away the box that your iPhone came in. You don't need it. Second thing, Peter McKinnon showed me this on a video, not me personally. The cap for your body, the front of it, the camera body, and then the back of a camera lens cap fit together real nice, and there's enough space in there for all of your SD cards and shit. SD cards and these two things fit nice on your desk, discreet, looks cool. Also, you probably don't need this either, but I keep telling myself I'm gonna read this and really become an expert on my camera, but probably throw it out. Can't take a drink without spilling. So desk is not done because there's still a lot of cable management to be done, but I figured I could make a video out of that too, or just go over that when I do the completed desk tour. But it is a lot better than it was. It's a lot better than it was, right? That box is just stuff that's being donated, so don't mind that. I think next is probably putting all the dishes that I washed away, and then probably washing all my bedding, vacuuming the floors, doing all that. So I don't think you guys want to see all that, so I'm just gonna skip past that, and then we'll get ready to go to the coffee shop. Well, this day is really getting away from me. I don't think that we're going to make it to the coffee shop because as I started putting all the dishes and stuff away that were drying on the counter, I started to realize that I wanted to kind of redo every cupboard in my kitchen. And so while I do think it was a worthwhile endeavor, and I'm happy with the result, it has kind of created another mess that wasn't there before. And then, the bedding's still not washed, and what else I do? I vacuumed everything. I don't know. I just feel like I ended up doing 4 of the things that weren't planned, and it's already, what time is it? Nearly 7 p.m. So yeah, we're not making it to a coffee shop to get some stuff done today. But I'm taking a little bit of a break. I'm going to go get a burrito to reward myself. And when I get back, I will put some of the finishing touches on the projects that I actually did today, and we'll wrap this up. But if you're still here, appreciate you, and see you in a sec. Okay, guys, it is getting late. Losing daylight pretty quickly, so I'm going to get my bedding back on. I'm going to vacuum the floors in my bedroom, and then, I'm going to call it a successful, productive day. And I got one last message for you all, so give me just one sec, and we will wrap this up. Okay, guys, I am beat and going to call this a successful and productive day. And I did mention that I had one more message for everybody, more of a message for me. And I guess it's kind of just a reiteration of everything we've talked about today. But most of all, something that gets really stuck in my head is that I'm recently turned 30, and this whole endeavor of wanting to go full-time as a photographer and make YouTube videos and stuff like that all the time seems too far gone, or something that should, is in the past. But, and I feel like, I've tried and failed and said I was going to do weekly and not done that, and then got a year without uploading. And that's not just with the YouTube thing, but it's with Instagram and photography as well. Like Instagram, I was really good at that for over a couple of years. But it's funny that now that I have become a full-time photographer, and even over the past couple of months, 6 months, maybe a year, maybe, where I was getting paid to take photos, I seem to post on Instagram less and less. And I think that is probably just about making sure that you're still shooting photos for yourself and blah, 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 blah. But I'm glad we talked about everything we talked about. This was cathartic and fun for me. I hope you enjoyed it. That final message is do whatever the hell you want and that makes you happy. And if you fail, keep doing that. Not that any of this is a revolutionary idea, but if there's something you want to get better at and you want to do more of, you're going to suck for a while. Like I think it's Ali Abdal that says, like, your first 100 YouTube videos are going to suck. Or 30. Maybe he says 30. I can't remember the number. But, like, your first blank number of videos are just going to suck. So make them and get them out there. Then you can start actually progressing. So we'll leave it there. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Love you all. I'll do this again soon. Okay. Love you. Bye.